Hey there, Age of Sigmar fans. Matthew and Josh here from MiniWarGaming.com to bring you more Age of Sigmar goodness. Today, I will be at the helm of the brand new Fyreslayers, and Matt will be taking his troll-heavy Gloomspite Gitz list.
And for all of you lovely Vault members out there, in the Vault is another battle report. Josh playing the new Fyreslayers against my Kruleboyz. Click the link below to get your free 7-day trial.
We play and call it work. MiniWarGaming's Age of Sigmar Battle Report.
For my 2,000 points of Gloomspite Gitz, I am going to be bringing lots of trolls, but I'm not going to be doing the Glog's Mega Mob from the White Dwarf. It just doesn't seem good anymore with all the updates that I got to the War Scrolls. But I will be having a Dankhold Troggoth lead my army. He will be my general, and he'll have the Glowy Howitz, which gives him a 4-up ward until he rolls a 1, and the Loon Skin, which means he's always in the Bad Moon until it leaves the table, so extra command points and better regeneration. And then we've got some support for him in the form of other leaders. We've got a Fungoid Cave Shaman, and we've got a Madcap Shaman, because I always like to have some spell casting. And we have a Loon Boss on Mangler Squigs, just because I want a Behemoth to help with some of the battle tactics. And then for our battle line, because the Dankhold Troggoth is the general, my trolls are battle line. So I've got a reinforced unit of Fellwater Troggoths, so that's 6 of them, and then a regular unit of 3 Fellwater Troggoths. Then I have a reinforced unit of 6 Rockgut Troggoths, and then a regular unit of 3 Rockgut Troggoths. And then I wanted to bring some bodies, so I've got to 20 Stabbas, so they can just kind of help to hold objectives. They're not going to really do any damage, or maybe throw a net on something and make it harder to hit with. Who knows? And then for another unit, I have a single Dankhold Troggoth, just to kind of go around and help out. Of course, I've got my Bad Moon Loon Shrine for free, which will be pretty awesome. And I did buy 2 Endless Spells, and I didn't want to bring these ones particularly, the Ravenous Gnashing Jaws and the Burning Head, because I usually bring them, but with the points that I had left over, they're the only viable ones. I wanted to try out like the other ones for the Gloomspite, but this list doesn't quite do it. I'll try that in some other time. So that is my 2,000 points of Gloomspite Gitz.
Looking over at the Fyreslayers list, I will be playing the Lofnir Lodge. The focus is on Magma Pikes. So of course, leading the force will be a Rune Father on Magma Pikes. I'm going to give him Spirit of Grimnir, the Master Rune of Unbreakable Resolve, and then the Mount Trait of Coal Heart Ancient. If you want to know what those all do, watch the game and I'll explain it as all comes up. Supporting him, I've got a Rune Smiter on Magma Pikes with the Mount Trait of Lava Tongue Adult, and then he has the Droth Helm, because I am running a Warlord Battalion, and then the prayer is going to be the Wrath of Volcatrix. Last Magma Pikes will be a Rune Sun on Magma Pikes, and the only upgrade there is the Flame Scale Youngblood. Rounding out a couple more leaders, I do have a Rune Smith, and then a Rune Smiter on foot. The bulk of the force will be some Volkite Berserkers with bladed sling shields, running the Firesteel War Pick, and then I've got a 10-strong unit of Hearthguard Berserkers as well. I did decide to go ahead and take a Invocation. I'm going to try the Runic Firewall, and then of course get my faction terrain, which is the Magma Battle Forge, and that makes up my exactly 2,000 points of Fyreslayers.
Josh and I will be playing a modified battle plan from Pitch Battles 2021 called The Vice. I set up the table for a narrative encounter, gave Josh the option of being the attacker or defender. Is he retaking the hold or is he defending it? He wanted to retake the hold. So I infested it with mushrooms, and here we go. Now normally in The Vice there are 4 objectives placed in the corners of the battlefield. I moved them up just so that they would be on the table and not on where all the terrain was. Other than that, they work the same way. You get a victory point for controlling 1, another victory point for controlling 2, and another one for, of course, controlling more than your opponent. What's different about this scenario, though, is those 4 objectives move. In the second battle round, they'll move towards the center, as you can see right here, as they kind of get halfway towards the center. And then in the 4th battle round, they merge into one grand objective, but it's really just one objective that is worth just the 1 victory point. Of course 2, because you'll have more than your opponent. Other than that, you use your normal grand strategies and battle tactics and see who gets the most points. As soon as Josh told me he wanted to play Fyreslayers, I had the desire to set up a crazy scenic table. So, you know, it'll be a little annoying for filming and playing on, but it looks awesome, so that's what I care about. So we got some cool terrain here. The mat is a table war mat, of course. Greenleaf Terrain made all of these rocky outcroppings a long time ago, so please forgive if you notice any nicks. Because
considering how badly we beat up terrain, it's amazing that they are still in one piece.
Yeah,
and they've held up really, really well.
They were made for our first Gorka Morka campaign a long time ago.
Oh, jeez.
All the dwarven stuff you see, it's actually from printable scenery, and I love it. I just think it's gorgeous. And then Adam made the big mushrooms. The small evil fungi is actually from Wargamma. I bought those at Adepticon a few years ago, so that's pretty cool. And then the trees are all made by Adam from Greenleaf Terrain as well. So it's just set up like this. The narrative, of course, because I gave Josh the choice. Does you want to be defending or attacking or retaking? And he said retaking, so I added mushrooms to everything just to show that it's been infested, and you can see the ruined walls and all of that. And so he'll be trying to bust through. And so the objectives are more like trying to represent this control of the flow of the battle. You got to smash to the middle and try to push through as well. And so, that's how we have it set up. Don't forget, though, that for our Silver Vault members, you can get discounts on tons of different terrain products, models, and everything else, over 50 companies. And we need more people to come in and play battle reports with us. So go to miniwargaming.com/challenge if you want to come here and be in a battle report.
Especially Age of Sigmar people.
Yeah. 40K is welcome, too. But, Age of Sigmar.
Pro tip is the guy that handles the emails. You get a lot less Age of Sigmar folks volunteering to come in. So
also Star Wars Legion. Necromunda.
Oh, you're opening up, eh?
Yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm saying it. What's the other one that we're going to... Oh, Lord of the Rings, so Middle-earth. I'm building armies for those, and so, get all of those. We've already got some armies ready to go, and so come on in. We're going to start covering that stuff, too.
Do you know who you might be able to find? Somebody willing to play Blood Bowl against you.
I don't think anybody's willing to play Blood Bowl against me. I wouldn't play it against me. All right, let's play.
Forces are deployed, so pretty simple. Volka's Berserkers, Battlesmith hanging out right there. That is the Rune Son.
Who is not
Rune
a behemoth
Father.
or a leader. He's battle line.
He's battle line in this list, correct.
Because you put these two guys in the Hunters of the Heartlands because he was able to be in your Warlord.
Indeed.
Which is pretty cool.
That's kind of neato. Rune Father, Rune Smiter on foot, and then the unit of Hearthguard Berserkers.
And just trolls on one flank, and some trolls on the other flank, and some Grots.
Very good. Now, I did finish deploying first. Big brain plays. Nothing but big brain plays here. I did finish deploying first, so I'm going to go ahead and let you take the first turn, good sir.
Okay, thank you. So at this point, we both have 3 command points. So you get the 2 for going second, plus the 1 for your general. I get 1 and my general. And then the artifact I took for my general is the Loon Skin. So he always counts as being in the Bad Moon until it leaves the table. And that gives him 2 things. His regeneration is better, but it also gets him a command point. And so that's my 3rd command point. Now my Fungoid Cave Shaman will give me another command point on a 4+. So I have an abundance of 4 command points.
Well, look at you go.
And I don't really have any good heroic actions to do. So I'll have my general do heroic leadership on a 4+. Nope, didn't need it. It's not sad.
Yeah, I think I'll probably be okay with my 3 command points, especially right now. So I'm going to go ahead and...
Heroic willpower?
I think willpower is the play.
Unbind?
Yep, and we'll say the Father's doing it.
Sure. And my hero phase, I'm going to try to cast... because we did everything else. Oh, I got to choose battle tactic. Sorry, 1 second.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I think the only one that really makes sense right now is... unless I only have the 1 monster. I'll do Ferocious Advance, so 3 units have to run and stay within 3 inches. You guys, I guess.
Yeah, just that flank.
Whatever. Now I'll cast some spells.
What are we starting with?
I'm going to do an Endless Spell from Fungoid Cave Shaman. I'm going to do Ravenix Gnashing Jaws. And I get it with an 11. You've only got 1 unbind.
I'm not going to try to stop that.
Not going to try to stop that. All right, I'll place it now. I'm going to place it wholly within 6 inches. Preferably facing the way it's going to go. Sometimes you have to do this, but it looks bad. But thankfully, I placed them far enough forward that I can do that. Waka waka, here comes Pac-Man. Then my Madcap Shaman on the other side of the table. He could cast Night Shroud on something, give him -1 to shoot. Yeah, you see him? The guy that looks like he's blowing up.
He's kind of just glowing.
He's blowing up. He's spitting out fumes there because he's had too many mushrooms. I'm going to try to cast the Burning Head Endless Spell, which needs a 7. And he fails, and he takes a mortal wound. Yuck.
Nice. That's kind of fitting, I guess.
Yeah, look at that. Sorry, it's not 1, it's D3 mortal wounds. So, I was right.
No, you just called it. You're just a witch.
I just know I can see the future. I'm an Eldar player. End of the hero phase. Too bad you didn't get to use your Unbind there. Sorry.
That's okay.
Just miscast instead. So Ravenix Gnashing Jaws moves 3d6 inches. So it's only going to go 7. So it comes flying across the table. I'll put it right, I don't know, there.
Now, what's the base cast value on that?
6.
I'm trying to get rid of
roll
it. 6?
higher than 6
Okay.
to unbind it. And your priest can dispel, which is kind of cool. Then I have to move all of this stuff, and so we'll do before and after, because here's the before. And that is the after. So basically everything just ran forward, not too aggressively, just because Josh has the ability to really smash into my lines if I'm not careful. And the objectives are all coming towards the middle anyway, so I have no reason to leave the comfort of my super warm and
We're gonna burn it!
cozy. No, it's warm because of you.
Nope,
It's
nope.
inside of a
How
volcano.
dare you? That's going in the book.
Oh, and it's like the spores just they make the smell is so good. So they don't want to wander too far away from that. So I have no shooting, no charging. So that's my turn. I still have my 4 command points.
Fantastic.
How about them 5?
Let's go Fyreslayers, turn 1. All right, let's start going through all this start of the battle round stuff.
What's your battle tactic?
I think I'm going to Broken Ranks.
Oh, you're going to choose one of my battle line? Which is
Yeah.
anything except the single units, or single models.
We'll go with the unit of green trolls there.
The Fellwater Troggoths?
That's them.
Okay.
The river trolls.
Destroy them, you get 2 victory points. By the way, I have 4 victory points now. 2 objectives in my battle tactic.
Yeah, I could do some of the run ones, but I figure, you know what? I'm going to be aggressive and see how this works.
You sure you don't want to choose the one where if you kill me with an axe?
No,
of my
not yet. Not yet.
Not quite close enough.
Because looking at this, I could just go ahead and do the same as you, and we kind of run in the back. And no, that's... You know what? I think I'm going to... I'm ready. Turn 1 already to force the issue.
Okay.
I'm going to play fiery and aggressive. So...
It is your hold after all. You need to retake it.
Yep. Let's do this. Start of the hero phase. Rune of Relentless Zeal. So that's +2 move on everything in my army. And if I can roll a 5 up because of his trait, everything gets a +2 charge as well. Survey says... No, not quite. Could have been handy, but not absolutely necessary. Obviously, I'll be giving myself +1 to my rolls, for my prayers, for my chants. And I think we're going to move right over to doing that.
Heroic action. What are you going to do?
Don't know yet. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to go willpower on the sun to try to get rid of this thing.
I want to point out something I think I've done wrong a couple times in battle reports. I know that we never get all of it rules right, but that's fine. Heroic willpower, I thought just let you dispel in any phase. But if it's your enemy's hero phase, heroic willpower will not let you. Your wizards and your priests can still do it in the enemy hero phase. I think that's where I got mixed up. That you can definitely dispel endless spells in your opponent's hero phase, but not with heroic willpower. So, got to
There we
put
go.
that up right there.
Okay, so I got to show a 7 here to get rid of this thing?
Yes, it is a 6 to cast normally, so you just have to roll
Bam!
6 higher. And you did. Poof, it's gone.
All right, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Hold on, my heroic action.
Oh, yes.
I have nothing I care about because I got 5 command points. Oh, I got another one on a 4+. Nope, I don't care. There we are.
All right, here comes the big chant. We are going to try to give that unit of Hearthguard Berserkers Ember Storm, which allows me to run and charge.
What do you need to roll?
Normally a 3 up, it's going to be a 2 up, though, because of the...
And a 1 will
Power.
get mortal wounds to you.
There we go! They're running and charging this turn. Yeah, I guess this is the turn I'm going for it.
Bring it.
Then we're going to go for a Runic Empowerment, and I think I want to put that over onto probably the Rune Father. Show me a 2 up! Huzzah! I get it.
So it gives him +1 to wound rolls for everything,
Yes.
including his mount.
So not bad. Okay. Do believe that's all I'm going to be doing in this hero phase, so I'll show you where my units currently are, and then where they end up.
So we're actually going to show a bit of this because he moved up 14 inches. I am going to use one of my 5 command points to do a redeploy on the Fellwater Troggoths, just to try to... Oh, never mind.
There you go.
It's to try to mess with the... I was hoping to kind of skitter them over that way to expose more of what's next, but I don't think that's really going to do any good for me. But I'm still going to pretend that it mattered and move them the 1 inch.
It's the thing that happened.
Yeah, look at that.
And here we go. We moved up. Volkite Berserkers decided to advance along with their Battlesmith. All 3 of the Magdroths have kind of tightened up there. No runs. Decided to auto-run these guys 6. As I realize I'm
'Cause they can
overlapping
run and
bases.
charge.
Yeah, because I'm able to run and charge because of the Ember Storm. And then just a little run to kind of get into position there. So that's that. We're going to go right over to shooting, where we're going to have the Magdroths just start letting loose. taking shots into your Fellwater Troggoths.
I might as well you throw out all defense because I have so many command points.
Fair. We're going to start with the Runefather, who, whatever, I got command points. I'm going to all-out attack. Why not?
Got 3 left.
Firestorm will be hitting you on 2s. I'm going to get 6 dice because there's a 6 in the unit. Hitting on everything hits. Normally wounding on 3s and wound on 2s because of the empowerment. And that helps with 1. So 6 wounding hits at rend 1.
Well, because I went all out defense, I'm back to a 5-up. And that kills exactly one of them and does a wound.
Beautiful.
I'll kill this one and then wound another one.
Yep, that makes sense. The axe now, 3s to hit. Oh, there we go.
Well.
Easy enough. The Rune Sun's going to go. We'll throw all of his attacks that way as well. So start off with the Firestorm, hitting on 2s. We're going to get all hits. And then these are going to wound you on 3s. They're all going to wound.
Come on, man.
I'm super aggressive right now. Rend 1.
So 5 up. So 3 more. That finishes off the next one that was wounded. Yikes.
I'm so efficient. It definitely always goes this way for me. The Javelin. 4s. 3s. Oh, I didn't think it'd do anything. I think it's -2.
Well,
It's D3
Golly.
for 2.
Ouch.
Then he's got the axe as well. 4s. No, he misses. Okay, good. The Smiter's Magma will go now. I do have range. And normally I'd only throw 4 dice, but I get to throw 5 because he's a Lava Tongue adult and he always gets a minimum of 5. So that's kind of cool. 2s.
Hey,
Okay,
you
he
missed
missed
them finally. And 3s.
3s.
There we are.
There. Bounces back up.
5 up. Okay, so 1 gets through for 1 damage. That's what I expect from those attacks. Not this perfect hitting and wounding.
Right. The axe should be out of range. And I think that's all for my shooting. So let's get ready for the charges. All right, over to charge phase. We're going to start with just the Rune Sun declaring his charge. He shall go 8.
Far enough.
Yeah, he's going to make it.
I couldn't. Yeah, so just so you know, I redeployed here. I hoped to roll higher than 1, and thankfully it still worked out because you're just out of 3 inches of my terrain, so you can't stomp it.
Yeah, that actually makes
that
a
would
lot
have
of
been a big
sense.
deal. Because I realized I made a mistake in putting it so aggressively forward. Should have held it back probably behind my lines rather than in front of them, but it is what it is.
Rune Father charge. 4 might be enough. Here comes the command point.
Yeah, you needed a 5.
Ah!
No, no problem now.
Okay, yeah, so.
By the way, I couldn't unleash hell, if anybody was wondering, because they redeployed.
Who'd ever make that mistake? Jeez.
I've done it more than once.
I have to. That's why I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm not just picking on you.
Well, it's a
In this
small, it's a
circumstance.
small nuance in the rules. Once you know it, it's obvious.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah.
I could make it over here, but and they get a slightly easier charge. But you know what? These guys will be fighting them if they can make their 9-inch charge, and if not, then that's okay. I guess the bosses are just going for it.
You're like warming up.
Yeah,
your roll.
definitely not it. So they wouldn't have made it in either way. But there we go. So time to carry out some rampages.
Yeah. You can't do anything to them because they're in the hunters.
Oh no!
Heartland.
Yeah, okay. Well,
And you're
that's
not in
okay.
range to do this one, so I think you're done.
Yeah, I think that is probably it. Because these guys are in hunters as well, I assume, right?
Yeah. So basically,
Yep.
3 units, 2 to 3 can be it. So it's going to be the 2 big blobs, and then it was going to be the other Fellwater Troggoths as well.
Now, the fun little surprise is that when he carries out a stomp, it's a D3 plus 3.
Oh well, I'm glad he can't carry out a stomp. You're in the wrong realm, buddy.
That's okay. I just got to do a bunch of damage. It's
Nah.
still good. It's still good.
Beginning of the combat phase, I will spend a command point. He's going to place a command ability on himself, which gives an aura of reroll 1s to hit for trolls.
Ooh!
So I'm going to do that. And I'm thinking, well, no, you're probably not going to engage the rocket Troggoth. I've got 2 more command points. He's got 1 he can place on himself, and Squigs get +1 to wound, just in case you like pile in really far and he gets to fight, but that's not going to happen. But I got 2 command points anyways, but it's going to be, I don't have to worry about morale because of this thing. Or battle shock, so it's probably going to be an all-out defense, and then I'll save the other one just in case you engage the rockets.
That's fair.
Them all-out attack.
So, all done then?
I'm done then. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a bubble on. Reroll 1s to hit.
Let's pile in the Rune Father. Alright, so Rune Father there. We're going to go ahead and all-out attack on him.
You have 1 last command point after this.
Huzzah. And let's see if I can't get some kills. All right, +1 to hit, -1 to hit because of your...
'Cause I'm stinky.
Yep, smelly boys.
Super stinky.
Axe, 3s.
Oh, they all hit. They're not
There's
supposed to all
a
hit.
good start.
+1 to wound.
I was not prepared to roll that well, so now it's going to be 2s to wound.
You got all of them?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. All out defense. I was going to call that.
I think you had already said it.
I had mentioned it before.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I don't know if we got it on camera. These are -1 rend.
So I'm back. You got 4 of them?
Yes.
I'm back to a 5-up save. Come on. How much damage each?
3.
3 each. So that's 12 damage. Well, that's 3 dead guys. And the other one's down to 1 wound. Which
Blazing Maw now.
Can you do 1 more wound and finish off a monster?
I might. 4s. Okay.
All right. It's -1, remember?
2s to wound.
Oh, no.
Huzzah! -2.
So I got a 6-up save against this, otherwise my last guy's dead.
You're fine.
Nope. You got him, and you got your battle tactic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You monster.
All right.
I've got nothing within 3 inches, so it's your call what you're going to do with your rune sun.
Are there any negatives, or what, do I get any negatives for getting within 3 of that thing?
No.
I just can kind of kick it next turn, potentially.
Yeah.
You know what? Sure. Hard. Well, that was good. I still had like another 6 attacks with the claws, I think.
Yeah, you were fine.
I rolled kind of hot
perfectly for that one guy, and that kind of does it.
Well, I do believe that is the end of my turn. I did not give you the chance to pile in here.
No.
And, yeah.
Okay, well, goodbye to this thing in my next turn, because you're just going to stomp it.
So I will go ahead and just score my 4 VPs, I believe, in this scenario.
Yes, because
2 for the battle tactic.
Back, and then 2 for the battle tactic. So it ties the game up to 4.
Oh, I think I actually get an extra one because I killed with a monster. Yes, the Broken Ranks will go ahead and give me an extra victory point for doing it with a monster. So actually, yeah, I guess it's kind of good that he did it.
Well, he's still a monster. He's not a behemoth.
Right, that's the keyword.
He still has the keyword monster, but he's a battle line.
I'm back and forth. I'm bad. I don't remember.
I know that was a weird cycle when we were building your armies. Like he can't be in your 1 to 2 troops for your warlord because he's a behemoth. Oh wait, no, he's not a behemoth. So he could be. No, he can't because he's the leader. Oh wait, no, he's not. He's battle line, and you remove the leader in a behemoth. So It's really cool. It also means though he can't be a commander.
It means I get
if he's this in Lofnir.
A couple more of them.
Yeah, right. He actually makes you want to have.
It
4.
would be cool. I don't know if the list would be any good, but it'd be interesting.
It's your type of list, though.
It is. It is. Okay. So scoring the victory points. Now it's time for the all-important roll-off.
Yes. Let's see who goes.
Are you
next.
prepared? You will
sure.
be winning ties, good sir.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Ready? Show me the power of the beard. Roll the 5.
Oh, good. You're not double turning me.
Okay.
I am not giving it to you.
There we go. Let's get ready for Gloomspite. Turn 2.
So beginning of the second battle round, technically before we rolled for sides and all that, doesn't really matter. The objectives move toward the middle. So there's the 4 objectives there now. So they're getting nice and close. And also I roll to see if the bad moon moves. So on a 1 it doesn't. Anything else it does. On a 6 it'll move twice. So it's going to move basically to where that is right there and affect this quadrant of the table. And then as we go into my hero phase, we both have 3 command points. You've got 2 plus your general. I've got 1 plus my general, plus the bad moon gives me 1 more. And on a 4 plus, my fungoid cave shaman will generate me an extra 1. This is not heroic leadership, this is built in. So that's just an extra command point I can spend wherever I want. And then I have my battle tactic and heroic action to do. My battle tactic will be broken ranks, just like you chose. I'm going to choose these Hearthguard Berserkers.
Oh, right then.
Yeah, because you've told me all about your king. His mount trait is -1 damage, and once per game at the beginning of a phase, he can give himself a 3-up ward. So it seems like it's a bad idea to try to kill him, because essentially that triples his wounds, if you really think about it. Because all my weapons are multi-damage, and that 3-up ward just already more than doubles your wounds. So it's probably actually more like 3 to 4 times his wounds.
He's pretty tough.
Yeah. You thought Josh's giants are bad. That's pretty scary. Unless you got a way to just do million like mortal wounds, which most armies do, in which case he'll just fall and die.
Yeah, but nothing there. What do I want for my heroic?
Well, I haven't done my heroic action yet.
Oh, true.
So I gotta choose mine before you choose yours. My loon boss on Mangler Cave Squigs is gonna declare it's his finest hour.
It's his finest hour, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to stop a spell with, let's say the Rune Sun.
Sure. It doesn't really matter because you're all in range.
Yeah, but he's the one doing it.
Sure. Right now, these two Magma Droths are in the Bad Moon totally. So I could pick a unit in the Bad Moon in my hero phase, and I roll equal to or less than the number of models in the unit, and they take a mortal wound. Or D3 mortal wound, sorry. So I'll choose your king.
Okay.
He's got all those wacky defenses, so I'd like to start chipping them off. That's the opposite of what I needed. So nothing.
Cool.
My Fungoid Cave Shaman is going to cast Ravenix Gnashing Jaws on a 6. And he makes it. Did you want to unbind that?
Because you have one other cast coming after this,
yes, and I get +1 to that cast.
right? You could just roll low. What spells does he have?
He's got, well, he could do the Burning Head. He's also got Itchy Nuisance, which makes you fight last.
The fight last is kind of a problem, isn't it?
It's up to you to decide.
Yeah, I'll let you have the jaws.
The Jaws, in which case I actually have to put them sideways, because, that's less than 6 inches, but it is what it is. Yeah, I was hoping that you'd unbind that, because I don't really care about it. Itchy Nuisance is where it's at, trying to make your Hearthguard Berserkers fight last, because you have a way to make them fight first.
True.
If you're charged. And so that would just cancel them out, so they can just fight normal. Or you can just decide not to do it at all. So I got it with a 10, because it's +1.
All right, here we go. Ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Big dice. Oh, no.
Okay, good. He did something right this time. He's going to use his once per game ability to cast a second spell. If I roll doubles, though, he'll take a mortal wound, or D3. He might kill himself doing this. He's going to try to do Burning Head. And he fails, and he gets doubles. Yeah, so you need this. Oh, no, I pass. I pass.
Oh, because you're +1.
I pass. I'm +1. I think it goes off no matter what. The casting roll is, after the effects of the spell have been resolved. Okay, so he can still do that even if he dies. D3 mortal wounds. He's got 3 wounds left. He's alive. Oh, good. All right. Whew. Thank you, Bad Moon. So there's the Burning Head right there, which you cannot unbind because you already tried. End of the hero phase. Ravenix Gnashing Jaws are going to move 3d6. That's a healthy 11. So I'm going to pass over this unit and then come back. And I get to roll 11 dice. Every 6 is a mortal wound.
Ooh.
1 mortal wound. I think you have a 6-up ward, right?
I do have a 6-up ward.
With your nearby guy. Ah, I did a mortal wound. Take that. The Burning Head will then fly over to here and possibly hit both your king and your Hearthguard Berserkers with mortal wounds. Hearthguard Berserkers on a 2+. Yes, they take D3 mortal wounds. 3, which they have a 4-up ward against.
Being close to the heroes.
Oh, only 1 gets through.
Okay. What's next then, Glanfield?
Here, Runefather also takes 1 mortal wound. Does he have a ward against that?
I don't believe he does.
Okay. Then the
All right. Taking a little bit of damage.
I did something. So let's go to movement.
Where would you like to begin, good sir?
Well, obviously, the thing is, it's random movement for this guy right here. It's 3d6 inches. So I could roll crap and he can't go anywhere. It's his finest hour after all. But really what I want to do is bounce over here. But I also don't want him to get in the way of my trolls. They only move 6. So you know what? I'll just roll his movement and then we'll see. He's going to go 12 inches. Okay, that should be, yes. That brings him out to here. I'm going to kind of take the extra inch in the charge. Although I don't think that helps. Did you want to redeploy?
Nope.
Okay, well then my trolls will come on in. Staying 3 inches away from your king, of course. Or Runefather, or whatever.
Yeah, we know what we're talking about. I'll redeploy off that one.
So you're waiting for them, eh?
Yes, sir. I didn't really know their move and I didn't want to ask, so.
Okay.
All right, little buddies, go.
Oh, it must be nice not to roll a 1.
Yep. Ending up moving back to there.
That makes some things tough because I think I'm about to hand this objective over to you.
Yep.
If I don't make those charges, so I might be forced to redirect into your Runefather, which I don't want to do because of all the reasons I said before. But, beggars can't be choosers.
It's true.
So let's just see what happens next. So he's just going to follow them. There's no point in running because he can't get any further than that anyways. And then he'll run. He's going to go 9 inches, or 8 inches, sorry. And he's going to come back this way.
Oh, he's not safe back there, friend.
Oh, I know he's not.
Track him down.
I know, but there's not much I can do there. So it's going to get a little awkward, but these rockets are coming into these woods.
Okay. I see you there.
So I'm going to come through.
The trees can't hide you.
Sorry, if trees, bases are falling over, then the dank old Troggoth is going to come in here as well. And then we're going to kind of protect our flank a little bit. We're not going to run. Oh, you know what? I'll say I ran because I get so much extra.
Sure.
That'll give me an extra 3 inches at least. I don't need it, but I just Don't want to have to measure this very precise movement. Keeping everybody wholly within 12 inches of my terrain, which will totally not be wrecked by the end of this turn.
It'll be okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you just want more of that 3+. Or maybe you'll decide to stomp my dank old Troggoth, because he doesn't belong to the Hunters of the Heartland.
Is he valid for that?
He is, but I can only do 3.
He's not a monster?
He's not a monster, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Wouldn't matter if he's a monster. He's not a behemoth. That's the important.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Yeah, none of the trolls are monsters, except for like the giant ones from Forge World. And so, yeah, not all of these could do it. They're all troops by definition. And then we'll just have the Fellwaters sneak up behind them, along with the Fungoid Cave Shaman. Everything within 12 inches, of course. Shooting, I'm going to have the Rocket Troggoths throw rocks. They'll automatically be able to do it because they have to roll equal to or under the number of models in their own unit, not in the enemy unit, their own unit. It's just it represents if they manage to pick
What's
up
the profile in this for Rend?
It's just D3 mortal wounds.
Oh, okay.
It is not a shooting attack, so I can even do it when I ram. The question is, where do I want to throw D3 mortal wounds? Because part of me wants to start working on the unit that I want to kill, but I also don't want to start losing ones that are closest for the charge. And the Runefather right now, he's just like, he's got all the buffs, but not against just, stray mortal wounds. So I'm going to throw it at him.
Okay.
Okay? 3 mortal wounds on him.
Ooh.
We'll work him. We'll work him down to 14.
That hurts.
Yeah. The other Rock Gut Troggoths will do the same thing, but now they actually have to roll. It'll be, I have to roll 1, 2, or 3, because that's how many models are in my unit. I get it, so the Runefather will take another 3 mortal wounds.
Wow.
Oh, now I'm wishing I chose Slay the Warlord.
Apparently.
Or bring it down just to kill a monster, but we'll see. The only other shooting is these Fellwater Troggoths, and it's only 6-inch range, so they are not in range to fire at anything. So we can go to the charge phase now.
Here we go. Where do you want to begin?
That's a good question, because I'd like to know if my trolls made it, but I'd also like the Mangler Squig to get out of their way. But I'd like to know if the Mangler Squig makes it. So I'm going to do the Mangler Squig first, and we'll just see what happens. I don't have, hold on, do I have anything to help me here? No, just a reroll, okay. He makes a 6-inch charge, which I very much doubt. No, your redeploy did its job. Yeah, they're just at a 6.5. Look at that. So I'm going to say, because of how far he moved away, and because of how much I've done against the Runefather, 11 wounds is still equivalent to about 50 wounds I got to get through, though. Because -1 damage, and you can pop your 3-up ward, which you totally will if I surround him with that many guys. Josh, this is hard. But because he's the one that's really far away from the target I want to get to, I will pop a command point and re-roll his charge. Okay. And then maybe that'll help me make my decision. Oh, screw you, dice! Screw you! No! No! All right, that's it. I'm just going in. Matthew's on full tilt here. Rock Cut Troggoths, they're in! We're going to stay 3 inches away from these Hearthguard Berserkers because I ain't taking nothing extra that you can give me.
That's fair.
And I'm not going to let them... Well, they're fighting last, which is garbage. I should have put it on him. How are you going to do a double 1? And then he's going to go into anything but a double 1. That Denkold Trog boss. He's in. Oh, this is making me mad. Matthew's mad. Matthew's mad.
That's pretty rough.
The Denkold Troggoth over here is going to charge. He's going to go 9 inches. He can't get past your... Well, I don't think going around would help either. So he's just going to tuck in. And all our bases and their Gribblies and stuff are going to make this hard to kind of show that. And then we got our Rocket Troggoths that are going to go 6 inches. So this is where my hands are... I'm going to try not to...
Just move the trees. Just take the trees off.
Okay.
And put them back.
Yeah, so basically let's just... Okay.
Well, you can't put it back down where the model is. But
well,
I know I'm teasing because I just hear the little clunk off his head and it's a very satisfying noise.
Yeah, because we're allowed to go through the trees. Oh, golly. It was something like that. Whatever. Okay, we're at the end of the charge phase. You got Monstrous Rampage. I don't have any because my only monster didn't make it in there. So what would you like to do?
How many wounds does the Dankold have?
The Trog boss or the Troggoth?
The Troggoth.
I believe it's 10. I will double check that for you. Yeah, he's not a monster, so you can't do the +1 to hit him thingy.
I might just stomp him if that's...
The Trog boss has 12 and he has 10.
Ooh, or I could try to go for the 3-up to knock down your...
And 3-up the terrain remains, but it loses all its special rules. So I can't bring back units, and it no longer makes me immune to battle shock. Yeah, I made a mistake putting it too far forward.
I think that's the play there. I'm going to try to kick that.
Okay, 3+, and you break my heart. Josh?
Yeah! Roll the 1. You're good.
Me.
See, I would have failed the stomp anyway, so that's okay.
He loves me. It's like one of those flowers. He loves me not. In this case, thank you. All right, I'm just going to
well, I get the rampage over here I got to do.
Yeah, sure. You can only do it against my leader because they're part of the Hunters of the Heartland.
So I guess I'll just yell at him. You got command points. Yeah, I'll try to roar at him.
That's a big deal because he's on the reroll ones to hit for all my trolls.
Ooh, okay.
So you just shut down one of my main abilities from him.
Good.
On top of the, thankfully, they can receive orders from him to get their all-out attack at least. Because it would have been reroll ones to hit and all-out attack. So it'd be 2s to hit rerolling.
Well, you better believe, I think we're over to combat now.
Yes, so normally that's when I would pop my thing, but I can't.
Yep, and he's going to be popping his
3-up ward.
Rune of, I think it's Fiery Determination.
Yeah, okay. I did forget one thing before Josh pops his 3-up ward. At the start of the combat phase, these guys have squiggly beast followers. And so any enemy units that are within 3 inches of at least one, so they don't stack, takes a mortal wound if I roll equal to or higher than how many models are in that unit. So the smaller the unit, the more likely these little squiggly beast followers are going to do damage because they get interrupted by large units. So both your Rune Father, that's essentially equivalent to taking 5 wounds off of him because of the 3-up ward that'll come. And your Rune Son will go down to 17 because you're +2 wounds because of your Lofnir.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
So mount trait and 2 wounds. That's a good Magma Pikes one. That's for sure.
Right.
Rock Gut Troggoth are going to receive an all-out attack order from my Mangler Squig Loon Boss.
Okay.
And then put all their attacks into your Rune Father. Do you want to do anything?
Well, I will all-out defense.
Okay, so you are going full defensive mode with this guy.
I tried to, yeah.
Yeah. So we got their massive stone mauls and assorted weapons hitting on 2s. Not re-rolling 1s because you rampage, so those would have been probably 2 more hits. You're making me sad. Wounding on 3s. I'm going to show you, Josh, how 3s are rolled. Not perfectly, but almost perfectly. That's pretty good. It's -2 rend, 3 damage.
How many we got total there?
8.
Looking for a 5-up save. Come on, little buddy.
Okay, well that's
only
nice.
One there.
These are going to be 2 damage each instead of 3 because of your mount trait.
Okay.
So you can just roll those dice twice for 3-up wards. Probably going to stop most of them anyways. So roll twice. The first one, only 1 gets through, you monster! You're a monster, Josh! What? Oh, you piece of garbage.
2 damage to him.
Yeah,
and I got
this time. Normally I say I mean the model, but this time I mean Josh. It's Josh.
Whenever we play, you often you point out that it's me. 4-ups.
What's this 4-up?
That's the Volcanic Blood.
Oh, so you would moral me back. That's right. I'm like, you don't have another ward. After all that, it's just 4-up, get him back. I can't believe that. How did you... Like, seriously, that was 16 wounds I did to you. Yeah. And you made 14 out of 16 3-ups.
That's wild.
Yeah. All right, well, it's your choice. That's all my 6 Troggoths could do.
Rune Son will go ahead, and he's going to all-out attack. And,
That's your last command point.
Yep, that's fine.
What's he attacking?
I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah, I think we're going to swing at the unit.
The unit
of the Rock Guts. Just to try to kind of mitigate the amount of attacks coming in.
There's a hero right here. And he's going to issue an all-out defense on them. Not that it ever does squat to help me, but I will try to stay alive.
All right, we're going to start off with the Javelin, hitting on 3s.
This is +1 to hit, right?
Correct. That's a good start.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
how you roll your 3 pluses, Josh.
This is going to wound you on 3s.
So all of them. Oh, you failed one. I don't understand this game anymore.
Yeah, I was mentally preparing.
Nice,
well, because the dice, you were catching on. -2.
-2, so I have a 6-up because of my all-out defense. How much damage each?
D3 per.
Of course, and that'll be 6. Oh, 5. Close enough. And I got a 5-up ward. Now I'll show you how wards are rolled. See, mostly failed. So that's
I failed
one
a lot of my saves over there.
Yeah, shut up. That's 1 dead Rock Gut Troggoth.
I got 3 attacks with the Blazing Maw. These are going to be 3s. Followed up by 2s.
Friend?
These are -2.
6-up. Nope. How much?
D3 per.
So that's 3 more, which I ignore in 5s. All right, so 2 more wounds go in. Anything else?
Claws and Horns.
Okay.
These are going to be 2s and 2s because the all-out attack and the nearby Droth Helm.
The nearby Droth Helm. It gives it to everybody?
It's an aura.
Of +1 to wound for the Magma Pikes?
For the Magma Pikes, Claws and Horns, I believe.
That's crazy.
All right, here we go. Come on, dice. Okay, I missed a couple times.
How nice for you.
Oh, okay, I didn't miss those.
No, of course you did.
These are only -1.
That's okay, I'll fail anyways. 5-up.
Oh, there you go,
I
you
did.
big whiner.
How much damage?
2 damage apiece.
So 4 damage, 5-up ward. Yeah, see? You killed all. I have one troll left with 2 wounds.
That's pretty good.
For you, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what the people are here for.
So it might look like the better idea would be to go after the Runefather, given that he has 8 wounds instead of 17. But with a 3-up ward, the math basically triples his number of wounds remaining, which is 24. And then he's got a -1 damage, which essentially against his attacks brings him up to an equivalent of about 30 wounds. So that's almost twice the amount that the Sun has. So all I'm trying to say is he is not going to bother to try to hurt the Father after...
Oh, you don't have the Sun over there?
Well, what's the point?
That's fair.
You saw 6 rock guts do nothing, and this guy's only got 4
You're
attacks.
going to roll perfectly. You're going to roll
Doesn't
so
matter.
hot.
It doesn't matter, because I'd rather take the 17 wound Rune Sun down
Yep.
and let your 3-up ward save be wasted for the rest of the game.
I mean, that's perfectly fair.
Yeah, because it goes away. You don't keep that 3-up ward, so it'll be easier to kill him next turn with the 0 models that I have left after you go. So he has the Crushing Grip, which won't do anything because I have to roll a single die equal to or higher than your wounds characteristic of 18, which I'm not rolling d20s here, so that's not going to happen. And he can't issue any commands or receive commands, so he's stuck just rolling 4 dice like a little schmuck, hitting on 3s. Already missed 1, which is normal. That's normal, Josh. He's just take note. And 3s to wound. See? Your turn.
Okay. All right, here we go. Runefather into your large troll.
Dank hold Troggoth.
That's what
He's
I
my
said.
general, man. Show some respect.
All right, start off with the axe, hitting you on 3s.
In other words, rolling really well. Hey, that's a miss, though, so we'll see if you roll like normal.
2s, because I still have the prayer on me. Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah, there I go. Nice.
These are minus, I don't know, 1.
Just 1? So 5-up saves.
Tell you if you roll 5s. Okay, so
What's
it
the
doesn't
damage?
matter. 3.
So a 6 damage. I've got a 4-up ward, but not if I roll a 1. So I got to do these one at a time.
Gotcha.
Because then I'll eat it. 4 up. Nope. 4 up. Yes. 4 up. 4 up. 4 up. And 4 up. Hey, I didn't eat it, and it worked perfectly, meaning average.
Yeah.
So take 3 wounds. I'm down to 9.
The Blazing Maw, 4s. And then 2s. That's
Rend?
2. Rend 2.
6 up. How much damage?
D3 per.
Well, that's 1 at a time. Once again, same reason. 4 up. 4 up. 4 up. Wah, Yahtzee! Almost.
That's pretty good. See, now your dice are
Oh,
punishing.
shut up. Don't you dare. Don't.
3s to hit with the talons and the claws. 2s to wound. Huzzah! -1.
-1, so 5 up. So 1 gets through for how much?
2.
4 up ward, once again, 1 at a time. And I ate it. So it's 2 wounds that go through. So he's down to 7.
Cool.
You know what? That performed pretty well.
All right, Glenfield, what you got next?
Well, all I have left... Oh, actually, no, that's not true. Because these 2 haven't gone yet.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm just going to try to beat up your Rune Sun. So I'll start with the Dank called Troggoth, because there's not really any reason not to. So he's just the same as the Troggoth, except with 1 less attack. So 3s to hit. See, he's just the same. 3s to wound. Hey, wounded. This is -2. So 6 up. D6 damage. Yeah! That tracks. That tracks.
4 up.
Why does he have a 4 up?
No, it's the Tread 2.
Okay,
Volcanic
stop throwing ward saves. All right,
That's
takes the wound. He's down to
literally what they
16.
do.
And then I have that rock gut Troggoth who's just going to tickle him a little bit.
All right, well, let's see what he's got.
2 more attacks that don't reroll ones because you stomped me. 1 hits, 3s to wound. That's a wound at -2, 3 damage. So that's 3 more damage. Do you bleed on me? You could kill me. And you killed me. No, wait. I got a 5-up ward. You killed me. Ha 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 ha.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome.
I took, what, 3 more damage?
3 more. So you're down to 13.
There you go.
So many wounds on these guys in Lofnir.
I know. I'm
18 in
kind of
Lofnir.
a big fan.
It's nuts. Yeah, we're gonna. So I'm in a bit of trouble here. Both of your Magma drops are within 6 inches of that objective, and they count as 5 models each, so that's 10. Right now I've got 7 guys on it, because I've got 5 of these plus him, which is worth 2. And so that's 7. But at the end of the turn, because we didn't destroy this faction terrain, I can choose a unit that was destroyed. Trolls can be included because my general's a troll. So I'll choose the unit of 6 Fellwater Troggoths. On a 4+, half of them will come back.
That's pretty cool.
Now, they're not part of my starting army for any purposes objectives. and they can't themselves then be brought back.
Now, if you fail this, can you try again next turn or no?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not limited. It's just every turn I pick a unit that was destroyed. That was not a reinforcement. Or not reinforcement is the bad word. You know what I mean. So yeah, 4+. I won't hand over that objective to you. Well, isn't that fancy? That sucks. Because not only do I not get those 3 Fellwater Troggoths back, which would have been handy, because I get to place it within 12 inches of this and more than 3 from you. But I only get 1 objective, and I did not get my battle tactic, so that brings me up. I am in the lead right now, 6-5. That's only because Josh hasn't taken his turn.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Well, can you give everybody at home a little sad trombone?
Wah, 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 wah. At least, look, I'm still happy, right? Josh hasn't totally worn me down yet.
Oh,
Give
no.
him 1 more turn, and
Here we go.
I'll be done. I'll be like, yeah, screw it, I'm done. We're called. You can have your freaking fortune back. I didn't like it anyways.
Because I think it's fun and thematic, we're going to slay the warlord.
Yeah, I figured that. I've lost my 4-up ward, and I'm down to 7 wounds, so.
Yeah, now's the...
Even with the fact that I'm going to Finest Hour him, he's going to be dead.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's continue on here. Looking at my options, I'm going to pop the Rune of Fury.
Which does?
It is going to give me +1 to hit across the board on all of my melee weapons. But if I roll the enhanced effect, it instead... Well, sorry, in addition, gives me +1 attack characteristic for all melee weapons. So, could be a cool turn for it. Show me a 5. Oh, there it is. Ba-bam! +1 to hit in melee and +1 attack on all my dudes. Okay, so heroic roll power. Ba-bam! Ba-bam! Go away.
7+. Oh,
Okay, it didn't go away.
you failed.
Wah, wah. We're gonna go here to here, runic empowerment on a 2.
Oh, come on, man.
Okay, not gonna happen
What
then.
was that going to do?
Well, first of all, I gotta look to see what he's equipped with. Well, I guess I'll take a mortal wound there, but I get a 6-up ward save because of the Battlesmith. Okay, cool. Let me just remove that from the... we are going to go for, I think, the Wrath there. This will go off on a 2, and if it works, the Runefather is going to be top bracket. Okay, so it does. Runefather gets to act as...
not having taken any wounds for the purposes of his stats.
Correct. Going to use the banner's enhanced effect right now, too. So that's going to be friendly Fyreslayers wholly within 12 of a ward of 5 up. Guess I could have... oh, no, that was fine. Because it started the... I'm good. I'm thinking things over. I rolled the 6 anyways. I could have been more efficient. But it's not necessary. So, yeah, plants the banner. And I think
it's an aura from him, or they have the 5-up ward save regardless of what happens to him.
So it is an aura from him. So basically, it just takes the 12-inch aura and turns it into a 5-up ward instead of a 6-up.
Until the end of your turn, or until your next hero phase.
Till the start of my next hero phase.
Nice. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. End of the hero phase, Endless Spell will move 10 inches, and that's also how many dice I get to roll for mortal wounds.
Chomp chomp.
I'm just going to blap blap. And then protect my guys.
Yep.
Like so. And then roll 10 dice. 6s. So 3 mortal wounds. You have a 5-up ward against those. I killed a guy.
You got him! No! And that's just going to bring me over to movement, where there's not going to be a ton of it, if I'm being perfectly honest. I guess, yeah, no, these guys can move up because you're stuck in combat with me, aren't you?
Well,
Moving up on this flank. Any redeploy? I assume not.
no, I only have 2 command points, and it doesn't really feel worth it at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna use them for other stuff. And let's go ahead and move on up over here then. Do I need to?
Well, you can do a charge.
I can just
and
kinda
come
hold.
in here.
Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna move these little fellas over to here. Actually, you know what? I'll probably.
Jaws are kind of in your way, right?
I might move them up a little bit more just to be hilarious and throw axes at you, but nah, they're ending up over this way. There you go. Just for fun, I get to throw a couple axes at you now.
Why not, right?
I assume you're not going to redeploy.
No.
If I go within 9. I didn't assume so.
Okay.
Let's get over to shooting. Start off with the Roaring Firestorm into your general.
I'm going to all-out defense because I want to try to deny those 2 victory points.
2s. All right. Good start. Good start.
5. I thought it's only 1 per model.
So he's got the minimum 5.
Oh, I thought he was +1.
No, minimum 5.
All right. Yeah.
3s. Okay, rolled perfectly.
Wow, that's weird. What is it, -1?
-1.
So 4 up. How much damage each?
1.
Okay. Well, I don't have any wards anymore, so he's down to 3 wounds. So I'm glad all the defense. How did you do it again?
All right, 4s and 4s with the axe into you now from him. Nope. Okay.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna throw a Wormslayer Javelin and put another Firestorm over into you, because why not? So the Firestorm from the Rune Sun.
Hold on, is that a hit? Oh, because it's a 2 to hit.
Yeah. Actually, I'll double check to see how bracketed I am. Yeah, that's 1 more.
So -1?
Yes, sir.
4 up. Hey!
You're fine.
Have I?
Threw a javelin at you. Oh, I hit.
This is a monster killer javelin too.
It is, but I obviously don't wound you on 1.
No.
Then the axe, 4s.
Yeah,
4s.
I'm not actually a monster for this guy. So +1 rend or +1? There's no rend there, right?
It's rend 1. Rend 1 on the axe on the heroes.
Okay, I'm like, what? Their axes are rend 1 now? 4 up. Hey, I'm good.
Okay. Let's do the father. Firestorm into the unit of rock guts.
Yeah, you might as well.
Show me 2s and 3s. Because again, he had the prayer to act as if he was that top bracket.
Yes, of course.
In case you were wondering, see, I missed twice. See, you bent over and it's when you're not
Dropped
looking
a
at
die.
when you're not looking at the dice, they don't roll as well.
Yeah, you fudged that, didn't you? Oh, never mind. I saw that. -1, so 6 up. How much damage?
1.
5 up. Well, look at that. Looks like your dice are done.
La-ti-da.
Use
And
up all
then
your high
the
dice
axe. 4s. 4s. Okay. Mine's 1.
Saved. Well, it doesn't matter. Fine, only 5 up save. 1 damage.
Yeah.
Did not ignore.
All right. The Berserkers now. Axes into the rock guts. 4s. Okay. Little below average. 4s to wound you.
Not saved. 1 damage.
Uno.
5 up. Nope, that's not.
Aha. All right. Now I just got the axes here into your little gerblins. 15 in range. 4s and 4s. Okay. Not a terrible start. Chip damage. 4 of them.
I'll put 5 up save against this. And 2 die.
Take that. And that. And I think that's about that. So let's go ahead and we're going to charge. Starting off with these happy little fellas right here. Hearthguard Berserker charge. They're making it 9. Charging to there. For everybody wondering, yes, I did forget about the tails and the Magma Droths. They do mortal wounds at the end of the combat phase. I will remember it this turn.
Promises, promises.
Over here. So this is the Rune Smiter. Yeah, he charges in as well.
Somehow.
Whoa.
He's going to eat a tail. Oh.
All right, so that's the end of the
Rampage
charge
time.
phase. So rampage time.
I can't do mine because you're in the Hunters of the Heartlands.
Correct, yeah.
And you can't do it against my Rocket Troggoth. So you have these 2 or my terrain piece that you could do it against.
You know what? Just for fun, just for funsies, let's go ahead and I could just try to get that your big Troggoth down. Just kick him.
Just stomp him twice.
I think I can only do it once, but he does the D3 plus 3.
Oh, because you can't do the same one, yeah.
Ah!
Well, then do it, man. Although I guess then you'd be wasting the other guys.
I'm wasting the other guys a
Because he's
little
not in
bit.
range.
Yeah. No, we're gonna try to knock down your.
Hit 3
terrain
plus,
piece.
destroy my terrain. No.
Dang it!
Okay. Then what's your Rune Father?
The Rune Father is gonna try to kick your
So 2 plus.
boss.
Yep. D3.
2.
He's got 1 wound left.
Very good. Very good. That should bring us over to the combat phase. So at the start of the combat phase, I'm going to use the Lord of the Lodge ability and have the Rune Father basically let loose the Wrath of Grimnir. So every Fyreslayers unit wholly within 12 of him gets +1 to the attack characteristic of their melee weapons.
This is once per game, and only 1 Rune Father could do this.
But it's happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, that affects everything over here.
Well, I got 1 command point. I don't think there's much point in activating my Trog boss's aura because he's got 1 wound left. So I'm going to activate the Mangler Squig's aura of +1 to wound, which will only affect himself. And I'm out of command points now.
All right, and we're just going to get ready to get swinging.
And then also mortal wound from each of my Trog boss, my Troggoth, because they're little squiggly followers. Do you have any way to... Do you have a 5-up ward?
I got a 5-up ward against these, being close by to him.
The father and the Rune Sun.
Nope.
So they both take 1 mortal wound. I'll slowly kill them with mortal wounds.
You'll get them, big
That
guy.
brackets. No, it doesn't bracket him yet. He needs to take 1 more.
Yeah.
He's down to 7 over here.
And I think just to show off some hitting power, let's try to have my... yeah, we'll have the Berserkers go first. We're going to go half and half. So we're going to do 5 guys swinging into your Mangler Squig boss.
That's 21 attacks, 4 attacks each with an extra on the Carl. Carl!
Yes. And so that's +1 attacks from the rune, and then +1 attacks from the ability.
And +1 to hit from the rune.
Yes. 2s.
To hit. Oh, look at all those 1s. I don't know if you're going to be able
There's
to... Oh, no.
It's still a fair amount.
Oh, no.
These are going to wound you on 3s now.
3s to wound. 3s to wound. No, you didn't do it. Oh,
See?
Well, I don't know. I could roll really high in my...
You could.
I get 5 up save against these. So
That sounds like math to me. Yeah, there's only 10.
Yeah, only 10 at 2 damage each.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You did exactly the number of wounds to kill him.
Perfect. Math!
Math. Look at you. You optimized that, didn't you? Now, when he dies, he might hurt you. So every unit, I think, close by might get hurt. Yeah, 6 inches on a 4+ as D3 mortal wounds.
Fantastic.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready
Yep.
for this? I told you I'm going to kill your father with mortal wounds. So it's basically going to be everything here. So them on a 4+. Yep, they take D3 mortal wounds. 2, which they ignore on 4s. And that finishes off the 1.
This is the front guy.
Front guy? Okay, sure. As if that matters. Details, right? I'll do my Rocket Troggoth on a 4+. Yep, they take D3, which is 2, and they ignore on a 5. I'll just roll this die twice because I forgot to bring another one over. Oh, that kills the troll. Goodbye, troll. Yeah, nice knowing you. Didn't really care. Let's do... The Rune Father is the one I want to do something against, so naturally I fail it. I roll a 2. And then we got the Rune Smiter or Rune Smith, whatever he is, also fails. So I did more damage to myself than I did to you.
Huzzah!
That tracks.
And then the rest swinging into the Rock Guts.
Which is another 20 attacks.
2s. And then looking for 3s to wound you.
Oh,
Huzzah! Okay, so that's, yeah.
sucked, but you'll probably still do a lot of damage.
We got a grand total of another,
10.
yeah, okay. Math.
So 6 up save against that one. And those are 2 damage each.
Yes, sir.
So I'll just roll this twice.
Okay.
Because I have a 5 up ward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was a good roll, by the way. And 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That almost kills 3 more.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty happy with the little fellas getting some work done.
So 1, 2, almost 3. Actually, let's play this smart. 1,
You fiend.
2, and 3. It's my turn. Well, I'm going to take those 3 Rock Cut Troggoths, and we're going to pile in. And we're going to come this way.
Coward.
And then he's just going to go, because he was closer to that guy. Yeah, you know what? He's just coming all the way this way.
Yeah, he's got the reach anyways, right?
Yeah, they're all 2-inch. And then I'm going to attack your Rune Father, who doesn't have a 3-up ward, only has a 5-up ward.
I'm gonna all out
What
defense.
little- Oh, yeah? With your last command point?
Sure.
I don't know why you're so concerned. 3s to hit.
Not particularly
Look at that.
concerned.
Look at that. See? 3s to wound. Okay. These are -2, 3 damage, so I guess you should be concerned.
Yeah.
So you
5
have
ups.
5 up instead of a 6-up. Let's see if it matters. Didn't matter. So that's normally 3 damage each, but down to 2, so it's 6 damage total, which you ignore on 5s. So you can't die from this because you've got 7 wounds left. Oh, come on.
You did 2,
Yeah, come on.
and then
What? Oh, you did
I
one wound
bleed on
back?
you once.
Which, if I don't make my 5-up ward, means you killed another one. Hey, look at that. You
Hooray.
killed another one.
Hooray.
Hooray.
All right, Rune Son, how greedy shall you be?
You put everything into him, and then you use him to kill everything else. That's how greedy you should be.
Well, no, because I mean, you still get to swing with one of these.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to. You can still come my Rune
Well,
Father.
then do the Rune Father first, then.
Yeah, actually, that probably is the smarter way to do this, isn't
Yeah,
it?
because he still has like 12 wounds. I'm not going to kill him with that one guy. Like, I can. I can
But you're
do
not
18
going to.
wounds, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Man, man, tactics.
You know what? We'll put the claws and horns into the boss man, and
One
everything else over here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So claws and horns and the Magma Pikes into your boss, hitting on 2s.
Ooh.
Okay, that's a good start. Wounding on 2s because I got the Droth horn nearby. All right, cool.
You know what I forgot? He's in his finest hour. So when I all out defense and shooting, I should have had +2 to my save. And you were hitting with some Ren, so it actually mattered.
Ooh, I did it a couple times.
Yeah, anyways. I'll remember now. What's the Ren on these?
This is Rend 1.
So I get +2 to save, so I'm 3 up. How much damage? Doesn't matter. I don't have
Yeah,
a ward.
his ward's dead.
Okay, goodbye.
Huzzah! Into the trolls now, with the axe, 2s.
Did you get your extra attack?
I did.
Okay.
And then 3s.
Actually, 2 extra attacks, right? You took 2 extra attacks. 1 from the rune. Actually, don't think you got that in your claws.
Nope.
Yeah, because he's given him a bubble of +1 attack. Because he's
I forgot about that,
yeah, and then you get it from the rune as well. 3s, so 5 of them at what rend?
These are Rend 1.
6 up. How much damage?
3. I know.
How is this weapon perfect for you? Like, that's the second time he's just rolled perfectly. And look at that. Look how it even cuts through wards. That's the rest of them. They're dead. That weapon never did that before. Never.
Well, it does it now.
Yeah. Well, I get one chance to do something here. Dankhold Troggoth is going to swing his 3 attacks on 3s and wounding on 3s. These are -2, d6 damage.
6 up save.
I could kill you. Double 6. And then you don't make any wards. Well, that's the first part failed.
That's not off to a great start.
Yeah, 5 up ward.
Banner!
Hey! I bracketed you.
You did.
Look at you, you little punk.
Ready?
Yeah, I know you're going to burn me with your 4 mortal wounds.
It's 5, I'm pretty sure.
No, oh, you rolled. Oh, geez, I didn't see that right.
All right, so the 6 claws and horns now.
Instead of 8.
Right.
Because you're bracketed. 2s to hit because of the +1.
Okay.
Holy. 3s to wound.
I think it might be 2s because of the Drothorn.
Yes, you're right. +1 to wound. Well, that made a difference. And these are
-1.
1, so I have a 5 up. And they are how much damage?
2 damage each.
So he's dead. That's exactly what you needed to kill him.
Perfect.
Look how efficient you are, Josh.
I am.
Okay, so we're going to take Battle Shock now. Matthew fails his Battle Shock and concedes. And I'll show you why. You got 3 objectives, so that's going to get you 3 points because you have more than me.
Yes.
And you killed my Warlord with a monster, so that gives you 3 more, so that's 6. Bringing the score to 11 to 6 at the end of battle round 2. Assuming you don't even double turn me, all I have left is this.
Yep.
What am I supposed to do? Like, seriously. Like, even if this thing and them kill all of that, then you just come over and kill me, and that's it. But just for funsies, roll off. Just roll higher than me. Take the double turn just to really... Dude, come on. You can't do one
It's not
thing right.
funsies.
There you go. You get the double turn. No, you know what? No, I won it. You get the next turn.
Okay.
Yeah. What am I saying? I don't have to go next.
I'll pull back defensively.
Yeah. No, I can see. No, but seriously though, I think at this point, there isn't anything. Like these grots are there. They were there to shield. That's it. They don't have any real hitting power without all the support that the grots normally would take. And 3 Fellwater Troggoths and 2 wizards. Even though you didn't destroy this, so I could get 3 guys back. It's at the end of my turn.
Right.
And so they would just sit there and die from your next attack. And there's no way I catch back up. So I say GG there. Obviously the dice really played into that.
They did not help you whatsoever.
No. But we can talk more about that in the post-game show. But yeah, I want to kind of point that out before the post-game, that I acknowledge that the dice in the first couple turns, which is all we played, but really the first turn, maybe made this look a little worse for the trolls than it was, and made the Fyreslayers look a little better than they are. But still, I think you got a good army here. We'll talk more in the post-game show. Before you jump into that post-game show, don't forget that Vault members get another Age of Sigmar Battle Report today at the link below. Josh will be playing the Fyreslayers again against my Kruleboyz. You can click the link below to get your free 7-day trial. Enjoy the post-game! So I know we didn't really have a chance to do the review, the first impressions on this, because we were too busy filming a bunch of narrative campaigns. And all these books dropped at the same time. I let deep can into Fyreslayers. So I apologize for that, but I don't know, we can't get to everything. But just having seen them in action, I'm actually quite pleased to see how they've changed. I realized, because I asked Josh beforehand, I'm like, how hard should I try? And he's like, they seem decent, but I'm out of practice, so maybe medium. And this is definitely, what I brought was definitely medium. It wasn't bad, but it sure as heck wasn't like super good. And then the dice rolls. So it was already, I think we already kind of came into it like this.
Yep.
With you here. Not here. I think you can play here with this, by the way. Then you did.
You definitely can, yeah.
Yeah, and you didn't because you're trying things out, and that's fine. And I was definitely here. And then the dice rolls pushed you up and pushed me down. Although, to be honest, my dice rolls were fine. I think it was like the ward saves that you made a couple of those times. Like making 14 out of 16 3-up ward saves. Like your Rune Father is down to 5 wounds. He should be dead.
Yep, you should be.
Mathematically, he should be dead. Mathematically, I should have done a lot more wounds. But seeing you get that Rune Father aura, all the new buffs from Magma Droths, like I couldn't be more pleased because I played Fyreslayers a lot in their previous book, and they got kind of boring because there was only like it was basically Hearthguard Berserkers were good, and you just kind of built around them, and that was I know that's
They're still good. They're expensive.
Well, yeah, but you saw what they just did. With you pop the one rune. I know the one rune is that one rune is +1 to hit, right?
+1 to hit and +1 attacks if you get the.
And how were you getting the 5+? Was that a command trait?
It's the command trait on the Rune Father.
Is that Lofnir specific then?
No, because I don't think this one has specific Lofnir traits and all that.
Yeah, Lofnir is just. I like the new lodges and the way they're doing the new subfactions. It's no longer like you must take this command trait and you must take this artifact. It gives you a lot more flexibility. I always remember with my Iron Jaws, it was always like, do I take the subfaction? Because it gives you some good stuff, but I hate the command trait and artifact. And I love the basic command traits and artifacts. But then you're giving up this army-wide rule that's really cool. So I like that they basically said, no, we're not going to give you unique command traits and artifacts now. They're just going to give you like one extra rule.
Right.
Like
so I think it's Spirit of Grimnir is the command trait, right?
Venators and Valkytrix. Oh, command trait. This is also what I love about Age of Sigmar. Now that I've watched this army played once, I feel like I could play it. I like that things are simpler to learn. It is, if this general's, Spirit of Grimnir, when you make an activation, it's on a 5+ instead of a 6. I think that one existed before, to be honest. But now that I've seen it in action, it's just like, I think I took that one for granted. Just how, like that 1 in 3 chance instead of 1 in 6, that double chance.
Right.
Can really make a big difference, as we saw. Give you that extra attack. Not, to be honest, I don't think you needed the extra attack. Because the Rune Father now has that built-in ability to just buff the crap out of everyone.
Right, and that's Lords of the Lodge.
That's awesome. That was such an awesome trait. Maybe even too awesome. Because +1 attack wholesale, that goes to the Magma Droths, to himself.
I thought it was just pick a unit, but...
I can double check it. I know it's only once per battle and only one can do it. Yeah, right. At the start of your comp, you pick one friendly unit on the battlefield with this ability. So that's kind of like the Tree Lord Ancients. One of them can summon trees, not each of them. If you do so until the end of that phase, it's the start of your combat phase. I should point that out. So you can't use it in your enemy's combat phase.
Good call. Yep.
You use it in yours, so you're clear. Add 1 to the attacks characteristic of melee weapons used by friendly Fyreslayer units while they are wholly within 12 inches of this unit. I like that it's while. Because
so you can pile into it.
You could pile in to get into it, or he could pile in to get others into it. So it's not like he pops it and it's like you had to be here now. Sorry, I didn't quite make the charge far enough, and those guys are too far away now. It's like no. You guys just pile in this way, or I'll pile in that way. That is stupidly powerful, especially when you consider that he's got 3 different attacks with his axe, and then the Blazing Maw and the Claws and Horns. That's 3 more attacks, and like one of them's a 3 damage, one's a 2 damage, one's a D3 damage. And I love that the Rune Sun can become a battle line in Lofnir now, because that was in the back. And that Lofnir gives them 2 more wounds when they already got a buff, because they used to be 14 wounds, I believe.
Yep. And
now they're 16. Because Magma Droths were always my favorite thing, but they were never great.
They were lame, because I played the Fyreslayers when they first came out.
They were okay.
They were, no, when they first came out, they were lame.
Okay, but I mean when I was playing them in 2nd edition.
Right.
They were okay. Now with Monstrous Rampage, like 3rd edition naturally buffed them because they're monsters, so there's all sorts of things you can do with them. But now the Rune Sun, he can be brought as a battle line in Lofnir, so he loses Behemoth and Leader, which means he can't be part of certain battalions as a commander, but he can actually join as a troop, because he's not a Behemoth or a Leader anymore, which is kind of cool. So we'll have to get, I think it's 3 more Suns painted up?
I think that's what we were talking about, yeah.
Like you could do it, no, because you need at least 2 leaders? Is it 2+ leaders, or is it 1? No, I think it's
just 1. But I mean, like he's a leader too. I think when we did the math,
I know. But you could have 5 sons and 1 father.
Yeah.
But I think the better would be 4 sons, 1 father, and a Rune Smiter.
Overall, I think this is probably. I don't know if I'd use. It's funny to say. I don't know if I want to use more than 3. Because they're good, but they're not like Beast Claw good.
You gotta have the option to have fun with it.
Oh, I mean, if we're getting something, we're definitely getting way more Volkite Berserkers.
Yeah, we also need to rebase them so they're all matched, because that's starting to bother me.
Yeah.
It didn't used to, now it really does. I'm pickier that way now. Yeah, I thought we had more, but maybe it's the specific loadouts you're looking for. And that's what every edition changes, and you thought you had, oh yeah, I've got 100 of these. It's like, now this specific loadout is better. And you're like, crap.
It's not even the low. Yeah, I mean, like, I could have taken another squad, because the point costs are different now. They're slightly different depending if they take the shields or not. So I think they're more expensive if they don't take the shields.
Yeah, with hand axes is 170, with shields is 160. That's a weird slight change. Like, I wonder how they do the math sometimes on that. It's like, oh yeah, 10 points for sure. In a 2,000 point game for 10 guys, it's like a 1 point difference. Like, I bet it's years and years, decades of experience.
Well, I was going to not take these guys, and I was going to take another unit of 20. Well, but we had the double axes, and those 10 points put me over.
Well, the shields, the funny thing is, so the shields are cheaper, but they have a 4-up save instead of a 5-up. They have half as many attacks.
Right. And there's I think the double axes get an extra attack on the charge.
The double axes have 2 attacks. Yeah. That's a lot more attacks. Yeah. So, yeah, sure. It seems arbitrary, to be honest. Like, some people are going to want the staying power, the 4-up save, and use them more defensively. And then others are going to want that, because there's no rend to them either. It'll be 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, no rend, 1 damage. I know you can pop the 1 rune.
Yeah, there's 1 rune, then the enhanced effect is you get an extra rend on top of that.
Right, but you can't count on the enhanced effect. You got to basically plan for the regular effect. So that's cool, especially if you combine it with the Rune Father being another attack. Then all of a sudden they're going to be 4 attacks on the charge.
There's 1 rune as well that when you swing, wound rolls of 6 are a mortal wound in addition.
Right,
so
more attacks.
Tons of attacks there. Yeah.
Yeah, especially because you pop the rune that gives them +1 to hit, and maybe another +1 attack. Yeah, no, that I can. Okay, I'm not sure the 10-point difference, but I can see why you might choose the one over the other. And before, the double axes was dumb because it was just like reroll hit rolls, whereas the shield gave you so much more stuff. So
now, do me a favor, go to the new character.
Is it a named character?
He's not a named character.
Auric.
He's got a little face shield. He looks like a battlesmith, but he's definitely not a battlesmith.
Well, I don't know where he is. That's the Auric Flamekeeper you're talking about. So his weapon, his attack is fine. 4 attacks, 3s and 3s, -1, 2 damage. Remember, he's a single hero, so that's not a big deal one way or the other. He's the one that builds up stuff. When he's set up, you put a D6 with the 1 facing up. Every time a model of yours, a Fyreslayer model, is slain, you increase it until it gets to 6. Once per turn at the start of the combat phase, if it's a 6, he'll draw on its power. He picks a unit of Hearthguard or Volkite Berserkers, and he can choose to give them a 6-up ward. They can fight when they die, if they haven't already fought. They get... okay, I can already see the one you're always going to choose. Grimnir's Vengeance, +1 damage.
There you go, yeah.
Jeez Louise. If it's within 12 inches of the enemy, but not within 3, and that unit has not run or retreated in the same turn, it can try to attempt a charge. Because it's the combat phase. So you can... that's a cool one, too.
Yep.
Situationally, if you have the 6 next to you, and it's like... and they're there into your opponent's combat phase, and they're within 12, they could charge.
Oh, yeah, especially, if you pull out of combat.
No, you can't, because it says if they did...
No, sorry, if you pull casualties out of combat.
Pulled. Yeah, or if I just...
that's what I mean, like if I...
Start of the combat phase.
Oh, it's at the start of the combat.
Yeah, start of the combat phase. It's once per turn, so player turn, at the start of the combat phase. So it would be basically if I decided not to charge you.
Yeah. Or
if I retreated away. Then you could be like, well, screw you, I'm coming after you. That's cool. So I can see those are the 2 you're going to choose from. Is because if you're already actively in combat, +1 damage for the win. I can see the whole fight when you die. If you know somebody's about to just smash into you,
sure.
Then you can be like, yeah, sure, I'll do that one, I guess, because it's better to do that and get normal damage than nothing at all. And it works on Auric, Hearthguard Berserkers, or Volkite Berserkers.
Nice. So all your main foot troops.
But it's only melee, so it's the damage is to melee. So,
okay.
Because the Auric Hearthguard are they're the ones that shoot.
The shooters.
It won't help their shooting.
Which they've changed as well. There are no more extra damage against monsters. It's just, I think, 6s to hit reduce the move characteristic of whatever they hit by 1.
Well, they were already doing something like that.
And you can only take it down to half move, I think.
Auric Hearthguard, Magma Pikes are 1 attack, 3s and 3s, -1, 1. If you hit a 6, -1 move. But you can't bring their move down below half.
Yeah.
But only one attack. Oh,
2 shots.
No, it's
one
two
attack in
shots.
melee.
One in melee.
Yeah.
2 shots, 4s and 3s, -1/1.
Which I kind of like the fact that I feel like this is the first time I've noticed that it feels like shooting got, I'm not going to say nerfed, but it didn't get hugely buffed.
Yeah,
like
you
they've
don't
done
want
with a bunch of other stuff.
Your Magma Dross did for sure. A 9-inch being able to put out that many attacks against a large
Were they mortal wounds before, the Magma Dross?
I believe so. It was. I think if you were within 12 inches, you did some. If you were in 6, you did more.
Well, kudos to them for getting rid of just more mortal wounds.
Well, that's what the game has become, right?
Right.
And I don't see that with the Fyreslayers. You did not mortal wound me to death.
No, not at all.
You just wounded me to death.
Yes.
But a lot of armies have a defense against that. So that's funny that they did. Yeah, that they didn't just figure out a way to give you 1,000,000 mortal wounds. Like the Hearthguard Berserkers with the flame strike poleaxes still do their thing, which is 6s to hit, do 2 mortal wounds. But
Yeah.
that was from before. And you still have the sling shields, which you charge and you can throw them and do some mortal wounds. But that was there before. And so, yeah, I'm not seeing as many mortal wounds. Now, I know you have your invocations. I'm sure they'll do some, but that's just invocations. So
It's not a ton of them, though.
No. That's fine. And we got to get those painted up, too, because we only have the wall, which you brought but never had to use.
Yeah, there was a couple times I thought about casting it, but yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get some more Magma Dross, some more Volkite Berserkers. We have 60 Hearthguard Berserkers already. That should be more than enough. It's 30 of each.
Yeah.
30 of the axes and pole axes, because they were good last edition, so of course we have lots of them, right? That's how it works. Every edition you got to be like, oh, okay, they switched over to this thing being good now, so I'll buy more of those, I guess. It's like they know.
Yeah. I do need to go through the rest of the heroes, though, and get a better idea, but yeah.
They all seem to be better now. I like it, because the Runeson before felt like totally, like, I brought
pretty
because
garbage.
I was 40 points shy of being able to bring another Father or a Smiter. But now that he can be brought as a battle line, all of a sudden you have a reason for him. So, because those Magma Dross are so good now, wow, they're good.
They're usable. They're definitely very usable.
Yes. In Lofnir. Because then you get 3 mount traits. And I think that's where it's at. I think outside of Lofnir, they're probably going to just be mediocre. Like
It'd be worth having the one, maybe 2 kicking around. But
sure, but they're not going to be your anchor like normal.
No.
So, but Lofnir definitely, between making 1 battle line and the +2 wounds, I think that's a big deal right there. That's cool though. So there's your mini first impressions based off of 1 game. I'm happy to see how they did, even though I got stomped horribly, partly because of the dice, but partly because I guess I should have tried a little harder against the Fyreslayers. So maybe next time some Cities of Sigmar, Living City, or maybe some Kruleboyz, because I can deal lots
that'd be a cool looking fight.
Yeah, because the Kruleboyz can deal out tons of mortal wounds. So all of a sudden you're like, well, I just have a 3 up forward whenever I want. Like, okay, well, do you want it now when I'm about to do 17 mortal wounds to you? And you're like, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like, well, now I'm going to charge you and do more mortal wounds. And you're like, frick, crap, okay. Or I can snipe the banner bearer guy and just take him out so that you get rid of that aura of wards as well. So more options with the Kruleboyz. So maybe I'll try them next.
Cool.
We'll see. That's all I got to say.
I'm having a ton of fun.
Thinking about the trolls, they're cool.
Nothing new there.
But mid-level.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed playing the Fyreslayers. I've been looking for another AOS army to play, and none of them were really talking to me, so here we go.
Yeah, and it's not one that only has 5 models. So kudos to you for playing with more than 5 models.
Huzzah. Thanks for tuning in. Keep being awesome, and as always, happy wargaming. Say it.
Happy wargaming.
Thank you.